Welcome to Writing with Amanda Lee. If you're new here, hi, hello. Welcome to your first video. If you've seen my previous videos, then welcome back. For those who don't know, this is my YouTube channel, dedicated to tutorials and information about literary editing. I like to take some time to walk people through my editing process so that they understand what they're choosing by working with me as an editor. I believe in transparency and think it's a practice that more businesses could use these days. Today I want to introduce myself, since I haven't done this in my past two videos. Previous viewers probably already noticed that I'm not using AI voice for this video. I decided to go out and get myself some equipment so that way I could do the whole YouTube channel thing properly. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I strongly suggest checking them out. I go over track changes in Microsoft Word, style sheets, and my own personal revision process for my editing business. It's a good way to get to know me a little further than this video will allow, and it allows you to see exactly what process I go through. I plan to cover a few different topics throughout my time on YouTube. A few of these topics are editing tips and tools, which we've already discussed, book reviews, which will also be posted in shorter versions on TikTok, template-based web design through engines such as Weebly and WordPress, and I'm thinking about expanding to other topics as we get further in. As I said, today we're going to go over my website, writingwithamandalee.weebly.com. Let's start with the home page. This is the landing page. It's the first page that you're going to see when you log onto the website every single time, unless of course you save one of the other pages as a tab. But anyway, I have a few of my services listed on the home page, along with summaries and some basic need-to-know information on how they work. I also have a couple of buttons that will take you to my portfolio pages, but we'll get to that later. There's also an area on the homepage where you can get in touch with me by filling out a form. You just put in your first and last name, your email address, and your phone number is optional. Then you just have to type in the message and hit submit, and it'll go straight to my email. And I didn't note this talking about deposits before, but for single services and package services, the deposit goes towards the final payment. So it is deducted from all other work that has been done. Below that, you have buttons that lead to links for my social media accounts. Currently, I have Facebook, Mastodon, Reddit, X, and YouTube on there. I might have one or two added by the time that this video gets posted, but for right now, that's what we have. As you can see, I work with teen, young adult, and new adult fiction writers specifically, but I do enjoy working with indie authors and hobbyist writers of all genres. I also work with bloggers and other content creators, as well as small businesses and entrepreneurs. If you scroll down past the contact form, you'll find another section called Why Choose Writing with Amanda Lee. Here are some of the reasons listed: professional detail-oriented editing, experience across creative and business writing, respect for deadlines, privacy, and creative vision, and the fact that your work deserves thoughtful, intentional care from first draft to final polish. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll find a selection for collaborators. If you join the community, you can be listed in the directory of editors, writers, graphic designers, publishers, and even bookkeepers who want to help you on your writing journey. These collaborators are not publicly posted, but have opted into a referral-based directory so that we can hand off overflow or send clients with specific needs in the right direction. If you click on the button that says Join the Collaboration, it will take you to the collaborators page. Here you'll find the collaboration agreement, the collaborators codex, and the pre-intake form that you need to fill out before getting the full version. Once you've filled out the full version, it will be determined if you've decided to join the community or if you just want to be a private collaborator. Either way is fine, and I look forward to working with you in the future if that's something that you decide to do. Let's move on to another page. Let's go check out the About page now. Here, you'll get a brief glimpse at what I look like, as well as some brief information about me and my writing career. I also have a couple more buttons that will take you to other platforms that I'm available on, such as WordPress, Campfire, and Wattpad. Now let's check out the blog page. If you click on the page, then it'll take you straight to my most recent blog entry. Right now, it's The First Humans, a short story as part of an anthology short story series that I am currently posting on Wattpad. If you click on the previous link down on the bottom of the page, it'll take you to When the Algorithm Hits, the meta bandwave, and where to find me. This is a brief blog entry that tells you all of my account information so that you can follow me on multiple different platforms after my personal Facebook account was once again banned. It's been a process and I'm still working on it. Currently, I do have a new Facebook page that is up and available. I don't know how long it will be there. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it at this point because I'm over it. If you go back one more page, then you'll find When the Villain is the Protagonist. This is part of my character development series on the blog. My short stories are being posted every other week, and the off weeks are these entries, which tell you how to develop your character and how to create worlds that are believable. My previous entries were world building and the process that you go through for that. And I will be doing these every single week. I believe I post on Mondays. And once it's posted on my website, it gets posted to all of my social media pages. So again, feel free to either opt into notifications through the website or go follow my pages on social media for more blog updates. Next, let's check out the contact page. Here, you'll see the same form that you see on the homepage, contact by email. Stars indicate a required field. You just need your first name, last name, your email address, and then you have the option to opt into receiving newsletter and blog updates. This is not a requirement. You don't have to do it. My business phone number is not listed here, but I will probably add it before this video gets posted. So keep an eye out for that. You can either text or call the number provided. Let's go into the services page next. As you can see, I offer single services and package services. Like on the homepage, I offer a summary of each of my services. That's writing, web design, research, copywriting. And then I have a list of single services down here. We're going to check out the proofreading and editing services. I'm not going to read all of it because you can do that on your own if you're interested. But I provide proofreading and or editing services as agreed upon in writing before the start of the project. Proofreading includes correcting grammar, spelling, punctuation, and basic information. Editing may include clarity, tone, structure, and flow. Turnaround times are based on document length and complexity and will be confirmed prior to the project start. Delays caused by late materials or responses from the client may extend deadlines. This is pretty standard. I do 3 rounds of revisions. This is for almost every service that I offer. They are included in the overall price. These revisions include formatting corrections, grammar, punctuation, and line edits, and a final polish to address any final corrections that need to be done. My hourly rate for projects 5 pages or less is $5 an hour. And for projects exceeding 5 pages, so 6 pages or over, it is $20 an hour. A down payment is now required. So how this works is for shorter projects, I do 2 hours of work upfront is $10, or 3 hours of work, $60 for projects over 5 pages. This will typically be novels, whereas projects 5 pages or under will typically be papers. It's not particularly expensive. I feel like it goes really well with my experience level, and I think it's very doable for most people. Additional fees involve additional hours, revisions, or client correspondence outside of the normal parameters. This means extra check-ins and clarification requests via email, and they will result in additional fees. For extra revisions, it's $10 an hour, and for added client correspondence via email, it's 1 cent per word. Again, not very expensive. I tried to keep my prices fairly low for that. All right, next we're going to scroll down and go over the packages that I offer. The first one is author support packages. In here, I have starter author packages for $150 a month, up to 8 to 10 hours of work total for the month, editing or writing support, light content and blog help, email check-ins, and 1 revision round for this particular package. Next, there's the dedicated author package for $400 a month, up to 20 to 25 hours of work for the month, writing and editing combined, blog content writing included, and up to 2 revisions for this set. Down below, you can see that the starter author package is perfect for new writers, short stories, or earlier drafts. The dedicated author package works for experienced authors who already have their foot in the world of writing, or first-time authors who are on their final drafts. All packages require a 40% deposit before work begins. And I didn't note this talking about deposits before, but for single services and package services, the deposit goes towards the final payment. So it is deducted from all other work that has been done. All right, next we're going to move on to business content packages. This one is primarily for small businesses who are working on getting their footing on social media, creating websites, and getting their ad content out into the world. So I have the Essentials package for $300 a month. This includes 2 to 4 blog posts or website copy updates, light editing and proofreading, 5 to 8 social media captions, and monthly content planning. Then there is the growth package for $700 a month. This includes weekly blog or content writing, website, email, and copy support, social media content assistance, and strategy and consistency. This means basically that it is more in depth, and we will go through this stuff together. We will set up meetings to make sure that we are on the same page and that all content is up to standard. Next up is my online web support packages. First is the basic online presence for $500 as a one-time fee. This includes website refresh for 5 pages or less, copyright cleanup, content organization, and social media setup for a single platform. This can be Facebook, X, Instagram, whatever platform you want, we can get you set up on it. Next up is the growth package. This one is monthly. It is $700 a month. It includes a full website design or overhaul, SEO friendly copywriting, content organization, social media setup, or 1 month of management for your current social media pages. There is no limit on the pages that can be managed at this moment in time. And finally, for services, there is a custom bundle that is available. Pricing is based on scope, frequency, and turnaround. This can be a combination of 3 different packages or a combination of single services. If you click on the button down below, it says request a quote. This may not be completely accurate. It depends on how much changes as the project progresses, if I can speak properly. Once again, all packages require a 40% deposit before any work begins. And once again, this deposit is taken out of the final cost. It will be noted on the invoice that it has been taken out of the final cost. For more information on prices listed above, click here. This will take you to the pricing and packages page. Gives you basically the rundown of why my prices are the way they are. Once again, I just want my prices to be affordable and I want them to reflect my work experience. They may change in the future, they may not. It depends on how things go. You can see my pricing philosophy, deposits and commitment. Is this the right fit for you? And are you ready to get started? Right now, we're going to go back to the home page. This is everything that we've gone over before. We've gone over the About Me page. Now we're going to go into the portfolio. And we're not going to go over every substack for the portfolio. We're just going to go over the brief overview of the overall portfolio page. All right, so we have a writing, editing, business and copywriting, and website section. Each one of these has its own subpage that you can take a look at that breaks them down into individual groups. We're not doing that right now. I have a list of my other sites where you can find my writing. This includes Campfire, Wattpad, and YouTube as of present. I have my portfolios listed here. If you scroll down, you can see anything that's listed in the portfolio is things that I have already worked on. I do have a project that will be coming up soon. Quick copyright disclaimer is here. Everything that is posted here is copyrighted. You cannot use this and put your name on it. If you come down here, you'll see some of the business copyright examples that I have and my websites that I have worked on. The first one is Pampered Pooches. This is a dog grooming website. It is also my second business. There's also Awaken Balance, which is a website that I built for a friend's Reiki business. They are both active web pages. You can go to them through the website. Right now, this Pampered Pooches one, the link does not work. I will have gone in and fixed that as per putting up the video. But if you go back down to Awaken Balance and click visit, it will take you to a new tab and bring you to the Awaken Balance homepage. And as you can see at the bottom, I am working on another website for my writing that will be coming up soon. Really quick though, I want to take you into the terms of service page. So I have this listed as a PDF that is both downloadable and printable. So you will always have the terms of service. We're not going to go over everything, but it is there and it is available to download and print. Non-refundable down payment, once again, that is mentioned here. There is a termination policy as well. Down here, we have a summary of terms and services. This is just a brief overview of what is listed in the above document. All services are paid via PayPal or Venmo. For smaller projects, payment is due before the return of the final draft, whereas with larger projects, 6 pages or more, payment is due after each chapter is completed, as opposed to once the entire project is finished. This way, it's not one lump sum at the very end. There's no surprises. It is just very straightforward. 3 revisions are standard for most. More may be provided depending on project length. Once work begins, there are no refunds issued. So this down payment that you make, you can get that back so long as work has not begun yet. Once work has begun, there will be no refunds because most of the payment is due after work is completed. Submissions must be made in Microsoft Office files. Editing uses track changes and comments in Word. So this is just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Must be done through Word because it is just easier. If you do it in Drive and then copy and paste it to Word, a lot of the formatting gets lost, and we don't want that. I do use AI when editing, but content will always be original. The AI is specifically for line editing and adjustments to terms, Basically, I use online thesaurus and dictionaries and things like that to avoid overuse of words. And it's pretty straightforward. I use Grammarly, that is AI. We use the Microsoft Word dictionary, that is AI. Every once in a while, I will plug the whole document into an AI database such as ChatGPT, and this will just be to find areas where improvement can be made for tone clarification, things like that. No changes will ever be made using AI. AI will never write any changes that are used. I cannot stress this enough. As the client, you must have rights to any content provided. You must provide all necessary information to complete your project. If this information is not provided, the project will be incomplete. As far as liability, publication, job placement, or grades are not guaranteed. You are responsible for your work. I am just the editor. Unless requested otherwise, your project may appear in my portfolio with personal information removed. I will always redact any personal information, including names, numbers, emails, anything like that. Anything that is not going to be public domain will be redacted. If you provide your own contract, I may accept or decline at my discretion. And then the terms may change. So please, again, cannot stress this enough. Review the terms before beginning a new project, because between projects, they may have changed. And there you have it. That is the complete overview of my website, writingwithamandalee.weebly.com. You can go in, check it out for yourself, explore a little bit more, but you have pretty much seen everything that there is to offer. If you are interested at all in my writing, editing, or web design services, then please go ahead and reach out. You can reach me at writingwithamandalee@gmail.com, or you can call the number 207-418-4566 for any inquiries that you might have. Once again, it is so great to be working with you, and I hope that you will tune in for future videos. All right, everybody, have a good one.